Hello everybody and welcome back to the Friday Night Dim Day podcast. My name is Hoy Lincoln. It's currently 11:47 on the 1st of February 2019. How's your week been going? That's pretty cool. Good to hear. Currently in Georgie's car again, because that's where the podcast goes on. Yeah, I'm just sitting in my driveway. I've got another drink this week off the menu if you didn't listen last week. I have 6 drinks that I'm going to be drinking one each week. Last week I had, I can't remember, it was just some sort of IPA I think. This week I have Salted White Peach Stout. That's going to be quite nice. It's got a nice design. It's got a design of a bunch of rabbits having intercourse on it, which is pretty cool. It actually looks quite nice. This looked like one of the nicer flavoured ones, to be honest. Not the weird one that I was talking about, though. I can't wait for the weird one. I'm considering either doing the champagne one next week. Oh, whoopsies. Doing the champagne one next week, or the weird one that I was talking about. Or maybe I should just keep doing the like not so interesting ones. This one's up there on the interesting list, to be honest, so I'm gonna put all my stuff down. Let's give it a little bit of a crack. Oh yeah. Let's have a sniff. Oh, that smells pretty good actually. Like, as far as alcohol goes. Alright, let's take a sip. Oh, that's quite nice. It does taste like peach. Yeah. Kind of has more of a wine kind of feel to it though. It's like a kind of tastes like a light wine, you know. That is quite good. I do like that one. Ooh, it is fucking nice. I'd actually, if that was sold individually, I would definitely buy that. So yeah, week's been alright. Bit of a long week, bit of a hot week. There was a heat wave this week. Been sweating my absolute teeth off this week. I also have some food this week. I have 2 rumbles. There was some reduced rumbles when we were getting the groceries this week. And I decided to get them because they were $1.50 for 10. And they're pretty good. It's like the rumbles that are covered in chocolate. Too good. Let's have a look at what we got this week for the podcast. We got some pretty good stuff. Turn this light on. So the first thing is that my parents have rediscovered my channel. As you may have known from last podcast. At the time of recording last podcast, they hadn't known, but the morning after they figured it out. So my parents did know about my channel back in the old days when I was doing YouTube. And I guess they fell off when I fell off. And they've only just rediscovered what I've been doing. And I'm pretty sure I've been going for like 8 months now. Maybe not continuously for 8 months, but the resurgence was like 8 months ago. So they only just figured out about it. And it was pretty funny. They were watching my videos in the lounge earlier, so me and Georgie went out to go see what it was all about. I hope they were enjoying it. There was a couple of laughs to be had. I do a lot of swearing though, which is true. I do swear a little bit too much, I think. Oh, that drink is good. Like, I'd probably drink that if it wasn't alcohol. Like, that's pretty nice. Like, you can taste the alcohol, but it's just subtle. It's just like a nice little, hey, you're drinking something here. That is good. That is good. Sorry, I can't get over it. But yes, my parents found my videos. That's fine though, I don't really care. I probably would have been embarrassed. I was pretty sure I was embarrassed back in the old days of when I did YouTube videos. I didn't want people to know, but nowadays I actually do not care, so that's pretty much it for that one though. But I also got a haircut. I got my dad to cut my hair last Sunday, I think it was Sunday, because my hair's just, like, it was way too long, and it was getting in the way of my work. I had to wear the cap all the time, so I got my dad to cut it. I actually do like it at the moment. It kind of does look a little strange, a little bit out of the ordinary, but I like it. At least it's still a bit long on the top. I might get it cut down once again at some point. But yeah, it's good to finally have a haircut. It's nice. I do like it. What else? Something that I forgot to talk about the past 2 podcasts is that my dad is setting up a high ropes course in Palmerston North. So if you're in Palmerston North, keep your eyes on the railway land. You may have seen it if you live in Palmerston North. Yeah, so just right next to the skate park, there's a bunch of shit going up. That's a high ropes course that my dad is running. It's going to be up and running in about a month, I think it was. It's completely built at the moment. My dad's going to want to start testing some stuff out, but it's going to be up and running in a month. I don't know too many details, to be honest, but yeah, that's going to be going. So, Railway Land Ropes course, pretty cool. Check it out. High Ropes Manawatu. It's going to be cool. I'm going to enjoy that. I actually went last Saturday and took some photos and videos for his project, and that's about it. I don't know much else beyond that. What else? Oh, I'm running through stuff fast again, as I do. On Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, me and the crew from work, me, Shane, Josh, Sophie, we all walked to New World as we do sometimes on the old break. And as we were walking back, there was this guy on a skateboard who was skating towards us on the path. And Josh and Shane made some remarks about this person. And then we all got out of his way so we could skate through. And then I stared at him. I was like, "Hey, I know that guy." And he stared back at me, and we made some eye contact as he was coming towards. And just as he passed, we both clicked as to who it was. And guess who it was? You guys remember the Halloween podcast last year? I went to the Halloween party, and there was that guy who was hugging me, Chris. It was Chris, mate. It was Chris. It was Chris on the skateboard. It was great. And just as he clicked who I was, he launched himself off the skateboard straight into my arms. We had a little hug. Talked about life, eh? Yeah, it was pretty good. Very short catch up, but yeah, it was pretty cool seeing him. Pretty funny. What else? At work, there's not many clocks around. There's like this clock. It's hard to explain. I don't really know what to say. Pretty much, there's this clock where we assumed no one looked at it, and the one guy who was like in the area of it was like, "Oh yeah, nah, I don't look at it, so you guys can take it." Shane grabbed the clock, put it on our side, and then everyone in the factory threw a hissy fit, so we had to put it back. But they put it back in a spot where me and Shane couldn't see the clock, so I bought a new clock, a special clock. So yeah, there's a new clock. I got a new clock. Very pimpalicious. On Wednesday, our production manager bought everyone ice blocks. That was nice because it was freaking hot out there. It was very hot. What else? Yesterday, me and Shane were messing around at work, and I picked up the stapler, and I put the stapler down on my arm, acting as if I was gonna staple my arm. I would have been fine if I stapled my arm. I was like, yeah, if I staple my arm, it's fucking fine. I wouldn't care. But I didn't expect to staple my arm. And Shane was just looking at me like he didn't think I was gonna. And I pushed the staple down into my arm. I didn't expect it to go in. I don't know why. I just expected the stapler to kind of not push the staple in. And I lifted the stapler up from my arm. I didn't feel it go in, so it did go in. Obviously, I'm setting it up it went in. Okay. And this is a weird podcast. Weird podcast. I need another sip of that salted white peach. Oh yeah. That's a keeper for sure. I poured the last drink from last week out. It was not too good, that drink. It would probably be alright if you were pretty drunk already. But I did end up pouring that one out. That one is quite nice. I'm going to save some to offer Georgie when I get back inside. What was I talking about? Stapler. Yep, so the staple went into my arm. And I pulled it up. There was a little metal staple in my arm. And I was like, oh, what the hell? I didn't even feel that. And then Shane looked at it. And I looked at Shane, and Shane looked at me. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he was... the first thing he said to me, he was like, "You got your tetanus shots, right?" And I was like, yeah, I got my tetanus shots. And I pulled it out of my arm, and just blood started dripping down my arm. And I didn't think it was going to bleed for some reason. It just bled from one hole. It was just dripping down my arm. Shane went and got me some Dettol and some plasters. How nice. But just like the dart, I'm pretty sure I talked about the dart. Pretty sure we talked about the dart in the Harry Georgie podcast, I think. But just like the dart, the staples left a bruise on my arm. I haven't told Georgie about my staple scenario yet, but... She'll hear about it, but there's a bruise on my arm right now from that. It's quite funny. Yeah, staple situation. Quite cool. I uploaded a couple videos this week. First one was I biked the Esplanade. I finally got a real life goal ticked off my 2019 list. I'm pretty sure I ticked another one off, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I added one. I can't remember what it was, to be fair, but I added one. So one video, biked the Esplanade. That one was pretty easy. I've done it twice this week. This week. I don't know. Last week. And what was the other one? The other video was the new Billie Eilish. I talked about Billie Eilish in a previous podcast, the song that I thought sounded like other songs. She released a snippet for what's it called? Where Do We Go When We Die? Something like that. And it sounds exactly like People Are Strange by The Doors, and I just figured that out from the snippet. But she released the full song yesterday, and the verses where she's quote unquote rapping sounds like Black Skinhead from Kanye West. It's Billie Eilish. She had original songs when her brother was writing them, and now that she's writing her own shit, it's all the fucking same. It's strange. Fucking. Use your fucking brain, Billy. Use your fucking brain. So, it's in my opinion. I'm not saying the songs are bad. They're not my cup of tea, to be honest, but I can see the appeal for people. But I'm just saying, it's quite an extreme extraction of inspiration from the old Eilish. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Where's my? I threw my book across the fucking room. Let's have a look. Is that the last thing I wrote down? Billie Eilish, yeah, it is. Let's so that's it. This has been recording for 13 minutes. I've got a long time to talk. I do have a dream this week. I haven't analysed it. I haven't analysed a dream in a while, I don't think. But I'm going to read this one out. I'm pretty sure this one was the Friday night dream from last week. So this is the dream. It goes... Me, Cullen, and someone else. I can't remember who the person was. I'm pretty sure they were younger, the child. Maybe it was Rory. I don't know. Me, Cullen, and someone else were doing something on Shelwood Street, so we drove there, but we had to park quite a while away from where we were going. After a while, we decided to leave, and it was getting dark. We hopped back in the car and went to Pack and Save. Cullen grabbed a trolley, and I grabbed my bike out of the car. We walked into the supermarket, and he asked me why I brought my bike. I wasn't sure, so I went back outside to put it back in the car. I couldn't find the car, so I walked around for ages trying to find it. I walked all the way to Shelwood Street to find it, but I still couldn't. I was walking for a long time. Then Cullen's family picked me up. I was sitting in their car confused as to where the car was, so I talked to Cullen's stepdad about it. Cullen doesn't have a stepdad, so it was kind of strange. He was a pretty cool guy though, his stepdad in the dream. I can't remember the details, it was quite long ago I had the dream. His stepdad explained where the car probably was, and then I realised that I had been looking for my dad's ute and not Cullen's Nissan Sentra. I thought I'd be able to find it now. The Misfits came on the radio and Cullen's stepdad started talking about Michael Graves. I wanted to join the conversation, but I couldn't remember Cullen's stepdad's name, so I did not join the conversation. That was my dream. I haven't analysed it because I couldn't be bothered doing it. How's that? Pretty cool? Awesome. I did have a few dreams this week, can't remember them all. That's the one that I wrote down though. Where's my other rumble? Come here, mate. You're going right at me. Ow. Let's just take a sip of this peach. Whoops. A little picnic out here, isn't it? That was a refreshing gulp. Holy lord. Did I eat anything weird this week? Today, me and Georgie went to the supermarket to get groceries. And we both got a pie each because it's Friday, Pie Day Friday. So, Georgie got a mince and cheese pie, which is cool. I like mince and cheese pies. I got a mince and double cheese pie. So you get double the amount of cheese in the pie. It was great. I love the cheese in mince and cheese pies. Astounding. It was a Big Ben extra cheese pie. I don't know. It was cool. I recommend it. And I think it was last week that I was talking about the Spates pie that I got. The Spates pie was good as well. It did taste like beer. It was good. It was an expensive pie. Worth the money? Probably not, but it was a good experience. I think that's everything weird that I've eaten this week. Yeah. I'm looking at a tree right now, and it's kind of shaped like a giant frog bending over with its mouth open about to eat something. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a hunchback. Yeah, that's about it. The weather is nice outside right now. I'm in a singlet and shorts though in the car. I was kind of scared of maybe getting cold out here, but it's way too hot to get cold. When I was like outside before, there's absolutely no wind. Like I'm not seeing the trees move. That's how fucking still it is. The temperature is absolutely fine. Like it's perfect for a walk. It's so good. I'd be so happy if the weather was like this constantly. Saturday, me and Georgie are going to the beach tomorrow. I think that's what we have planned anyway. We bought a beach ball in the groceries. Awesome. So, to be honest, I don't really like the beach. Not a big beach person. And I'll tell you why. Because the beach is almost always really fucking windy, and sand just gets everywhere. In the eyes, between the toes, down the cheeks, it gets everywhere. And, you know, you're going out to Foxton, you go to Himatangi, most times of the year, it's absolutely freezing cold, windy as, no one's on the beach, gloomy day, and that's just how it is. Water's too cold to swim. It's very hot at the moment though, so sand's going to be very hot, too hard to walk on with bare feet, but too messy to wear shoes on, you know? I don't have jandals that fit me, so that's a no-go. I don't look good in jandals anyways. But yeah, so I brought up the idea of the beach though, even though I don't like it. I was like, you know what, fuck it, might just offer to go to the beach, because I know that she would enjoy that. So, beach it is, might have a good time. I don't know what you do on the beach really. I think the best situation to be at the beach is to be in a vehicle, honestly. I've had some great times on beaches and vehicles. I guess I've had great times on beaches, not on vehicles as well, but I don't know, I feel like it's probably easier. Nah, fuck, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, man, I don't know. I was wearing my Marshall Acoustics t-shirt. Is that my stomach? I don't know if you heard that. That was weird. I was wearing my Marshall Acoustics t-shirt to work on Thursday, I think. And I got approached and someone asked me, "You play the guitar?" And I was like, "What?" I thought I heard them wrong, and I was like, "The guitar." Like, "Yeah, play the guitar?" I was like, it was like kind of awkward. And I was like, "How do they know I play the guitar?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, Marshall?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do." And I just kept walking. It was kind of weird. I thought it was funny though. I appreciate you for trying. But yeah, I haven't played the guitar in a long time. I should definitely get onto it because one of my 2019 goals involves the guitar. So yeah, I used to play the guitar every single day. I had this list written down on paper of like little riffs to play on the guitar. It'd be like I don't know. I had a lot of, oh fuck, I don't know, I can't be bothered. I had like the RuneScape theme song. It was great. I knew every song. Like, I knew that, because since I played it every day, I knew the order of the list. So I just like pick up the guitar and play the entire list. And it was pretty cool. I probably can't play at least half the things on the guitar now because I just stopped playing it. I still have the list somewhere. I could always learn again. You always catch back onto it after a while, don't you? Yeah, you do. You really do. So I'm all out of rum balls. I've still got some salted white peach. It's quite good. It kind of just tastes like sour, eh? Like, almost like you can't taste the alcohol, you can. But it's just almost like you can't. And that it's just sour. I like it. I hope the other ones are quite nice as well. I hope that first one that I had was the worst. But I still don't have high hopes for the champagne one. This is a weird podcast, eh? Definitely weird. Didn't have many stories this week. I knocked over a pallet of paper today. There was a really tall stack of Sumo 128 grits that was sent back because they changed the GSM of the paper that they needed to use, if you know what I'm talking about. So there was this giant fat stack of paper, and I was trying to wheel the pallet over so that I could stack it back up on the shelf, and the pallet was kind of a little bit disconnected from the wood. I was like, nah, she's sweet as, and I jacked it up too high, and I went to go pull it, and it leaned, and I was like, oh fuck, this is going to fall. Like, I was kind of balancing it for a couple seconds, and I saw it start toppling, and I yelled out, I was like, Shane! Because he was like kind of behind it. If he was like 1.5 meters back more, he would have been fucking squashed, mate. Like, that paper's heavy as fuck. Like, he would have been concussed if that shit hit him in the head. And yeah, I yelled out Shane, and then it was just a big schmack on the ground. A bunch of fucking paper got pretty ruined. And everyone was like, what happened? And a couple of people poked their heads around the corner, and they just saw what it was, and they were just like, oh, and they turned around and walked away. So that one raised some pulses. Had to stack them back on the shelf. But yeah, that's about it, eh? My treat, what did I get for this? Oh, my treat this week. Hang on a second. I don't know if I can talk about my treat this weekend. Can I? Well, it's for the bike. I said it in the Esplanade. Did I? I think I said it in one video. I don't know. I bought a couple things for the bike. I can't remember what one of them is actually at the moment. It must have been reasonably cheap. Fuck, what was it? I feel like it was some sort of screw cover. Screws. Oh, good lord. Happily, this summer there's been quite a lack of bad hay fever for me, which is good because I'm very hay feverish. So luckily there hasn't been too much of that. It usually comes around in the springtime though, you know, obviously. A lot of pollination going down. I have this thing where when I get out of the shower, I get hay fever. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the water vapour going up my nose or something, or if I'm allergic to the shampoo or something. I don't know. I just get hay fever when I come out of the shower. It's very strange, very strange. I don't know if anyone else gets that. Yeah, very strange. I'm considering redoing the podcast graphic because to me it just looks not as crisp resolution as it could be, you know. I don't know about other people. I've been told that it looks pretty mint, but on my computer screen it kind of looks fucking garbage. So I don't know, I kind of want to redo it, but I don't want to ruin it. I like how it looks at the moment, and it's kind of been set in stone that that's what it looks like, you know. I don't want to completely fuck it, but I could potentially make it better if I try to do this. So I don't know. I might try, I probably won't, but, you know, it's the thought that counts, isn't it? How long has this been going for? 26 minutes. We got about 10 or so minutes to go. When was the last time I asked a question out the back of the book? I don't even remember what happened last week. I don't think maybe I did one last week, just for like, just for the show of it. Oh, whoopie days, I think I did a couple actually. Oh, these fucking, here we are. Oh, that's right, I didn't have a pen last week, eh? Let's do my favourite artist. I might be Shepherd Fairy. He's the guy, if you don't know, he did, Obey. That kind of shit, it got quite big, but people don't know where it comes from. Yeah, but Obey, he does Obey, he's the Obey giant. He started off just slapping stickers around and shit like that. Putting up giant, you know, spray painting, putting up, like, giant posters and shit. Yeah, he got quite big. He is quite a distinctive art style. He's pretty fucking cool. And I see a lot of people going to, like, Wellington and stuff like that. You see a lot of Shepherd Fairy inspired, like, things around, you know. Like, you see a lot of Obey shit. There's a lot of slap stickers around the city. And it's like, fuck, man. He has had quite an effect on, like, people will ride, right? Just see it everywhere. He's an absolute genius, mate. Maybe, yeah, pretty sure it's Shepherd Fairy, my favourite artist. My least favourite artist. I don't really know. I don't really care. There's none that I can think of at the moment. There's like this borderline between art where people are like, oh, it's not real art because it doesn't say anything. But the thing is, the art doesn't have to say anything, does it? It can just be fucking data. It can just be a fucking boot. It's gonna be a boot sitting on top of a fucking children's picture of a squirrel or some shit, and that's art. Well, I guess the children's pictures art. Fuck, I don't know. It's just a boot sitting there. That boot is art, you know. It says a statement about art. You're talking about the fountain, the one where it's the potty. I don't fucking know. I don't want to talk about art. No one listening probably gives a fuck. No one's probably listening, to be honest, huh? Ooh, hell. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna start training up on the guillotine next week. For sure I am, so I do not want to do that. I'm not looking forward to it, but they released a notice, like a meeting notice type thing, that said that Hoya will be training on the guillotine next week with Josh, and once he's finished his training, Josh is going to leave to be trained on the Horizons, so pretty much I'm going to become the guillotines guy. There's a few guillotines guys, but I don't want to become one of those. I want to do what my job entitles. I want to do bindery and finishing in general hand. I don't want to do guillotining. Once again, no potty cares. It's 17 past 12 on Saturday the 12th. Oh yeah, it's Saturday, baby. Feels good to be a Saturday. What am I going to do on Sunday? I don't know. Probably maybe make a video. I don't have any video ideas at the moment. Well, I do have video ideas, but like, is there any that I'm actually going to do? I don't know. Gotta wait for these parts to arrive for the BMX. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to remember what that part for the BMX was. Should I check on my phone what I've ordered? Hang on, just give me a second. Type in that password. Pretty sure you can hear the clicks and stuff, eh? Oh, my thumb. My thumb's getting growing pains. Let's check out my orders. No matter what the order is, the one that I can't remember, I'm going to tell you what it is, just because of the hassle. I'm not telling you what the other one was though, because that's like the big treat. Wish list, no, not my wish list. Where's my orders? Unpaid. Fuck, I clicked the wrong one. Okay. View all orders. It is. Yes, it is a. Wait, is that it? They are crank covers. Pretty sure I'm getting 2. You probably don't care. My Ren and Stimpy t-shirt hasn't arrived yet. I can't wait for that one to come through. Oh, I need to transfer Georgie the money for my groceries. I'll just try to sort that out tomorrow. I need to calculate it up. I've got the receipt on my desk somewhere. I'm tired. It's been a long week. It's been a Shepherd Fairy long week, this one. And oh fuck. What is going on with the seatbelt? Oh, I ruined it. Is that better? That feels very weird. I'm just taking it off. You're probably wondering why I have a seatbelt on. Bro, what the hell is going on? Did I ruin the seatbelt? What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no, there we go, we're good. I can't be bothered telling you why I was wearing a seatbelt, that's what. Surprisingly, not many cars going past this podcast. There's usually a few fuckwits driving past. Not today though, just a couple people, but no frickwits, eh? Should we see what else is at the back of the book? Let's have a little sneaky. What do you always bring with you? I always bring my cell phone, my wallet, my keys, my necklace, and clothes, don't I? But if it's specific things, yeah, I'd say it's my phone, wallet, keys, and my necklace as well. I always got my necklace with me. And if I don't, I die. That's what happens. If I don't have my necklace with me, I die, so that's why it's always with me. You guys excited for the day off on Wednesday, Waitangi Day? Yeah? You ought to be. I definitely am. It's going to be good. Oh, actually. Oh, no, yeah, it's going to be good. On, I don't know, is it the week after? So Tuesday I'm getting my braces off. That's going to be pretty cool. Check in next week to see how that goes. But on the week leading up to the 15th, I think that's the week after next, I'm going to be working 4 10-hour days, and I'm going to get the Friday off. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. I'll probably try start at 6s in the morning and then just work through till 4:30 like I normally do. But I'm like not keen on it, eh? But I guess that's what you got to do. This is what you got to do. How long has this been going? 34 minutes. This doesn't have to be that long of a podcast, does it? Have you learnt anything about me this week? You stab yourself with staples and darts and stuff? Yeah, I do, sometimes. Oh, pardon me. If I'm feeling a bit in the mood for that sort of action, oh sure, I'll go for it, man. Let me know what you do in the comments. If you have any questions for me, any queries, any statements or topics you want me to talk about, just message me, talk to me in person, leave me a comment, send me a Snapchat, do it, do what you want. And keep banging out what you're doing. Maybe let me know what you're doing, you know? Just let me know what you're doing. And then I'll be happy for you. Or concerned, depending on what it is right now. I'm sorry. I want to go to sleep. Don't know. I do. I want to drink some water though. Oh, yum. Salted white peach stout. It's quite nice, that. I don't know how much stout I've had in my life. I've never taken notice. But if that's what all stouts taste like, sign me up. That's great. I feel like out of all like the beers, if you put them all on a line and ask me like which one tastes the worst, I'd probably say Hell's. Hell's sounds like it just tastes like shit. But then stout as well. I feel like stout sounds like it tastes like arse cheeks, you know. What else do they have? IPA. I'd have no clue what IPA tastes like. It tastes like shit, I've discovered. I feel like the sound of Pilsner, it's like, oh, Pilsner, that sounds okay. I can't remember what Pilsner's like, to be honest. I've had it before, but I don't really know what kind of taste and aroma it gives off. So there is a Pilsner in the drinks, I believe, so might have to come down with that one. Pale ale. I like pale ales. I feel like it sounds pretty nice. Lager. I feel like lager's on the worst sounding end. Maybe a neutral bad. So it's like Hells and Stout sounds fucking gross. Lager sounds like, kind of gross, but, you know, fine. Pilsner sounds like, fancy, but kind of tangy. Like kind of a bad tangy, but fancy. And IPA sounds like, I don't know what that is, so I'm just not going to touch it. And Pale Ale sounds like, oh yeah, that's quite a mellow type of thing. What am I talking about? Fuck. Sorry if this podcast is fucking weird. I always say that. I always say, this podcast is weird, but they are probably all just weird. And stuff. They're probably all exactly the same, eh? Probably. I don't know. I hope everyone has a good rest day. You're probably listening to this at 7:30 at night. That's my guess. And if I'm right, you gotta like the video. And if I'm wrong, damn, you better like the video just to show support. In my time of sadness because I guessed it wrong. So do that one for me. That'd be cool if you could give me a little helping hand on that one. I'm gonna have another little sip just for you guys at home. Having a good listen, or maybe out on a walk, as some do. There you go, that one goes straight down. Beauty. Highly recommend that drink with the rabbits fucking on the front. I enjoy that one. Recommend Reduce to Clear Rumbles. And recommend the Friday Night Dim Day podcast. Have a good rest of your time with whatever you're doing. I'll see you next week, won't I? Yeah, yeah, I thought so.